Okay, hello everybody. Okay, we're
Hello.
we're back and ready for our next steps in our writing, okay? So I got everybody's drafts. Thank you so much. These just look very wonderful. So I'm going to be reading over them, and for revising, the purpose of that is um, for us to conference and see if you need any. Make sure you're having strong leading sentences, complete thoughts, and strong conclusions. Okay, and we're gonna. I'm gonna read it over with you in conferences. Okay, and see if you are off topic or not, or see if we have to remove something that might not really make sense. Okay, we reread paragraphs. We look for repetitives, okay, things that are repeating too much that we can stop and maybe switch with something else with like other words or synonyms, okay? So that means doing some more research, like looking for other words like in the thesaurus or in the dictionaries, okay? So you can make some better word choices and keep it more interesting, okay? And transition words are super important. You all learned about transition words in first grade. First grade, you did some work on with transition words. Remember first, remember when we wrote with first, next, then, and last? Do you remember that? First, comma, next, comma, then, comma, this happened, and lastly last, right, to finish your sentence, to finish your thoughts on your writing assignments. Very good. And something I forgot to mention during drafting last time was that I wanted us to revisit our vocabulary. Remember the Padlets we did with our verbs and nouns from the story? Let me show you.
Yeah.
Let me show you. Like, this was our Padlet about of the nouns from the day you begin. So new nouns that you learned about and that you responded to. So what you're basically going to do is pick out one noun and then pick out one verb from the verb Padlet, and you're gonna make sure you include that one noun and that one verb in your whole narrative, okay? So we can have some strong new vocabulary there, okay? Any questions? Do you understand?
So we have to use one noun and one new verb.
Yes.
Okay.
For example, remember one of our nouns from the story is homeland. We can add that to your narrative. You can talk about uh, the homeland of Rigoberto. Remember, he mentions Venezuela as his homeland, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, very good. Okay, hello, Justin. So we have our conference right now for revision. Okay, we're going to have your copy. I have the copy of your draft, and you're going to follow along with me. Okay, we're going to read it together and make the revising, okay, together, okay? So let's read. So you added a title, very good. You said the day you begin story. Okay, you started with, let me tell you about the story called The Day You Begin. Jacqueline Woodson is the author. She is a cool lady. I like when she reads the story on YouTube. I also like the pictures. Okay, that's very good, but I think it's a little off topic when you mention how the author is a cool lady. That's very good. I love that you have that opinion about her, but it doesn't really make sense for for us following the storyline, right? So we're gonna cross that out, okay? We're gonna remove she is a cool lady. We can't say I like when she reads the story on YouTube. That's a great detail because we did that together as a class, right? We can say I liked it when we watched the video of her reading the story, etc. Okay. And I also like the pictures. Okay, that's also a little off topic, so we might add it, we could add it, or might not, okay? But it is a little off topic because it's great to just say the author is Jacqueline Woodson and that we as a class watched her read it on YouTube, and we can stop there. That would be a great introduction, okay? So next you write, so first there is a girl, Angelina, who goes back to school. It is the first day of school. There is a boy from Venezuela. His name is Rigoberto. Next, Angelina hears other kids from her class talk about what they did in the summer. A lot of the other kids went on fancy vacations. There is a girl who went to Paris, France. Okay, let's stop there. We read quite a few. Okay, so I saw that you, after speaking about Rigoberto, you said next, Angelina hears other kids. We're right next. We gotta break that up and make it into a new paragraph, okay? Because that is where we're starting to talk about the storylines, like middle, that order, okay? That part of the story, like the middle. I like that we are mentioning Rigoberto. He's a very important part about the storyline. Very good. So that tells me that you did understand um, the character's place. Okay, so, and we're not going to worry right now about spelling either. You do have spelling mistakes, and that's normal. This is why I'm meeting with you and guiding you with this. That's until a later stage, okay, where we deal with the spelling. Okay. You have very good content here though, where you speak about the other kids and how they went on fancy vacations. Very good. I like that word fancy. Perfect adjective. There is a girl who went to Paris, France. You added the exclamation. I think that's appropriate. Very good job. Okay. And I think from after this part, we can start incorporating, which means adding, right? Adding our one of our verbs and one of our nouns, from our new vocabulary. For example, what about souvenir? You want to add souvenir?
Yeah.
Because we talk about, right here, we're talking about the vacations the other kids went on. So, and I remember in that part of the story, that word is mentioned, souvenir. Do you remember what souvenir means? What is a
Souvenir
souvenir?
is souvenir is like a gift or a trinket you get from a place to remember that place.
Good job. Mm-hmm. Very good. Let's add, she shows a souvenir. Okay. And then you write then, comma. So that tells me we're moving on to the next part of the storyline. So also break that up into a new paragraph, okay? Then Angelina thinks about her summer. Okay, this is also a good opportunity to add the verb of wonder. Instead of saying thanks, we can say wonder. When she looks back at what she did over the summer, we can write Angelina wonders about her summer. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Do you recall what that verb means? Wonder. to wonder.
To wonder is to think about something.
Yes, think back, be curious, thinking very curious with a curiosity, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So next page, you say, she went to the library with her little sister. She got a lot of books. She does not know if her summer was fun. I like how you use does not, because that gives us an opportunity to make that a contraction. Right now we are still working on contractions. I know those are new to you, but this is a great opportunity to use the contraction of does not, which would mean we write does with the N from not. We keep the N from not. We drop the O and place an apostrophe instead, and then the T, right? This is good review of contractions. Do you understand what we did there with the does not?
Mm-hmm.
What did we do?
We turned it into a contraction.
Which means it's a short, which means we're making does not shorter by saying doesn't, right?
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Last. Okay, good job on making that a new paragraph where it says last. This means we are getting towards the end of our narrative. Okay. So you're doing very well. You did really in general, as a whole, you've done really well with making sure your draft is in order, okay? Thank you for that. That's really awesome. Okay, last, Angelina feels brave and tells her class about her summer. She tells them stories of the books she got. At the end, Rigoberto talks to her because he has a sister with the same name. They become great friends. Okay, very good. Do you think your conclusion, your last thoughts are strong for your narrative?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. I think so too. I like how you also use at the end. At the end, Rigoberto talks to her because he has a sister. Because that also tells me of another big important event that happens at the end of the story. Good job. Where it says she tells them stories of the books she got, we can add from the library. Books she got from the library to make it more specific. Okay. Do you think that is a good detail?
Yeah.
Good job. Okay. Thank you. Okay, class. So we did some very, very awesome moves on revision, on the revision stage. Kudos. Kudos to you all. So what's next? Our next stage is called editing. Does anybody know what how or have an idea of what editing means? What does it mean we're going to be doing in that stage based on what we did with revision?
Editing is like changing.
Very good. That's a very good point. Very good connection. How did you make that connection?
Just new.
Okay. Okay, good job. Good job. I liked how you made that connection. That was a very good connection. Okay, so editing means that now we're going to make sure our revised draft is written on new paper. Okay, so go back. So go ahead and start using new journal paper, okay, or notebook paper. That's fine too. And this is important because I know that it seems like we're doing a lot of stages, a lot of steps to get to a final copy. And the reason for that is because as writers, we have to make sure we have the best versions of our writing for a reading audience. Okay, do you agree?
Yes.
Very good. Yeah. So this is why the writing stages exist. Okay. So this in editing is when you yourself are testing your own writing and you're watching for your capitalization, you're watching for your punctuation, making sure there is correct spelling, that you have your sight words in the right places, that you're using the correct sight words, okay? That there is subject verb agreement, okay? That your phrases, your sentences make sense, okay? That they are in a correct order. Okay? So you are expected to do your editing by yourself. Okay? So that means now moving all this writing, all this revised writing with the revisions I helped you do, you're going to copy that onto new paper, okay? So write everything all out again, okay? That may take some time. So you're going to be doing that in your during your independent work time, and I'm going to be checking in. So stay on your cameras, okay? Stay into the meeting and I'm going to be checking in with you. Any questions?
No.
Thumbs up. If we got this, very good. Okay, so go ahead and I'm gonna put you in breakout rooms. Okay. So see you in a little bit and just start your editing, okay?
Okay.
Oh wait, one more thing. I also want to mention that if you are stuck on your spelling, it is always great to look up your spelling using our dictionaries and our thesauruses, okay? And I know you know how to do that through Google. Okay.